Today I'm gonna show you why this Babolat Pure Strike 100 is probably part of a bigger problem that we have to face nowadays. Hi buddy, it's Alexanis and today I'm gonna review for you this Babolat Pure Strike 100. And no, you're not wrong. I've already reviewed this racket more than a year ago. So there we have our main problem. Normally I should take this racket and do a review like it's the first time that I've played with this one. In reality, this racket was my racket of choice for around 6 to 8 months. So obviously there's no difference between those two rackets. So what's the point for me to do a review of this racket if I have already done a video about this racket? I want to talk about the bigger problem and I want to revisit a bit the review for this racket. So no, today I won't talk about ratings or stuff like that. It will be a bit different. If you want to have my full review, you can click over here or over here. I always forget which side it is to have the full review. This racket is actually fun. This racket is fun because I feel like it's a good mix between control, power, spin, because you have a 100 square inch head size with a pretty control oriented type of frame with the Babolat feel that helps you to do all those type of things. So this racket has nothing wrong. Actually, it's one of my favorite and it will be probably in my top racket release of 2025. But the issue is the color. Basically, if I had to buy another racket, let's say if I was a user of the Babolat Pure Strike 100, I would have to buy another one like this if I want to be up to date. But actually this racket didn't really change, and so that's the problem. I'm seeing a trend where you have Head, Yonex, Babolat, Wilson doing different colored racket every year, so that you have to buy a racket every year. And for me, that's totally wrong, and not wrong due to them, but wrong for us to buy those rackets. We can't let this happen, and the reason why they're doing this is basically because it works. Because when they've released the white one, people were like, yeah, that's great, that looks great. But some people, maybe one of you that are watching this video, didn't like the white racket, and so when they're coming with the gray one, you're like, oh, I already bought the white one, but this one looks better, I will buy this one. And so that's the biggest problem for me. I feel like the update that we're getting from rackets to rackets, like every 2 years or 3 years, are not huge update most of the time. And now if we have an update every year with different color, it will basically say that brands can do whatever they want, we're gonna buy the racket. But like I said, this racket is great. I would recommend this racket if you want to grind from the baseline, you want a bit aggressive, but you need something that helps you to generate from the baseline, to control a bit more your shot when you're going at the net, control your serve, whatever. So this racket is actually great, but like I said, it holds on to a bigger problem, and so that's why it was important for me to do this small review of the Babolat Pure Strike 100. Sorry Babolat for doing this review on this racket, talking about this topic, because I could have done this topic with the Percept or the Boom or the Radical, whatever. But yeah, this one was the one that I've picked to make this review because it was actually my racket of choice. So what do you think about this topic? And sorry for those of you who've clicked on this video thinking that it was a full review of the Babolat Pure Strike 100. Like I said, you can still click to my full review video up here. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.